So obviously, the first most important thing to have is diapers. I am currently using Haggis diapers on my daughter. I've used different brands. I'm one of those moms who experiments a lot, and I have used different brands. But right now, I'm on Haggis, and Haggis is working really well. Whether it's during the day or at night, they are working well for her. So this is what I'm currently using. And then for wipes, I have different options. This is Pampers wipes. I use Pampers wipes at the moment, and for my 3-year-olds, before she turned 3, mostly I was using Ariuv wipes. So I also decided to try and see if they could work well with my 11-month-old, and they worked really well with Lena. So I use both. Sometimes I use Pampers and sometimes I use Ariuv. Ariuv is awesome because not only do you get more wipes for a lower price, but they've worked really well. Being hypoallergenic, they've worked perfectly well for her. Different babies, different wipes, but for my babies, those two have worked really well. And then recently, I got these wipes. I got them at Carrefour, and they're flushable wipes. I'm yet to try to use them. I hope you're able to see. I'm yet to try to use them, but I just got a small pack. They're called Happy Touch flushable wipes. So they're actually flushable. You can flush them in the toilet once they're used. So I'm looking forward to trying these. I think they're just a good thing to have. So that's for the wipes. And then I'm not finished wipes yet. I'm the wipe mom. I have so many different kinds of wipes. I have water wipes. Water wipes, I use them mainly just for keeping their hands clean when we're out of the house. The reason being, they're really expensive locally. So these ones, I either buy them on Amazon, and if I don't buy them on Amazon, if I'm able to travel, I buy them when I'm out there, or if a friend is traveling, I'll ask them to bring me some. So I use them very sparingly. They call them the world's purest baby wipes. They don't have any chemicals. It's just water and fruit extract. So I usually have this in my bag. If I need to clean their hands before they eat, Lena likes to eat her fingers, so I use them to keep her hands clean when we're out of the house. I'm usually concerned about using the other wipes because of the chemicals, so I use water wipes to do that. And then I have my baby formula, and this just makes it easier to carry formula. It's just a matter of putting in the required amount, and then you're able to, anytime you need to make a bottle for your baby, it's easy. You just put in the water in your baby bottle, pour in the formula, and you're good to go. Sometimes I also carry baby cereal in these. If it's going out for a while and I know that I may need to carry something that baby can eat, I'll also put baby cereal in the canisters. It's tidy and it's just easy to use than carrying a whole tin or carrying a lot more than you're likely to use. So it just makes it easier. And then I also have this. This is one of the best things I've ever bought as a mom. I got it when Malope was a baby, and it's a bottle warmer by Tommy TP. I got it at that time, and I got it at Nakumat. And this thing is gold. It keeps water hot for so long, for many hours, about 8 hours or even longer. The water remains hot, and what you do is that once you have your hot water in this, then all you need to do, especially if you're breastfeeding, all you need to do is to get your breast milk sachet, pour in your hot water into the plastic container, and then just pop in the sachet into the container, and it warms your baby milk, and your baby is able to have their milk nice and warm. The best thing about this thing is how long it keeps water hot, people. It really keeps water hot for a very, very, very long time. So it's one of my favorite things. I know at some point I'm just going to do a favorite things video because I have some things that have really made my life bearable as a mom, and this is one of them. once I go out of the house with it, I don't have to worry about hot water or about the water that I have getting cold before I use it. Then inside I always carry paracetamol. I never leave the house without paracetamol. I always have paracetamol for the baby, because sometimes babies just get sick suddenly. They may run a fever, they might be in pain, so I just make sure that I have my paracetamol with me all the time. I never leave the house without it. And then I have a change of clothes. If I'm just going to the clinic, I don't need to carry so much, so I just carry maybe a bodysuit and some tights. And then I just make sure that I have a bib, and I make sure that I have socks as well. So these are just things that I make sure that I have when I leave the house, especially for a short visit. I don't usually carry so much in my diaper bag. Then for my bibs, I love to make sure that I have bibs which have a waterproof lining, because some bibs are fabric on both sides, and if the baby pours water on themselves, or if they're teething and they spittle, there's a lot of spittle, then you want something that can absorb it but protect their clothes at the same time. So having a bib which has a waterproof side really helps. So that's a change of clothes. And then I carry a sheet. A sheet is something that you can use for so many things. You can use it as a nursing cover, and you can use it as a burping cloth. You can use it just to cover the baby if they're in their stroller. I call it a versatile thing for mommy to have. So I just have one sheet in here. Sometimes I'll carry more if it's for a longer visit, but now I just have one. And then here I have, on the front pockets, I have two front pockets. So on one side I have shoes. I have baby shoes, because my daughter right now she's learning to take her steps. So you might be somewhere where she insists on stepping on the floor. So I make sure that I have a pair of shoes for her. And then I have, this is a water bottle. It's a water bottle. I just carry water in it, just cold water that I can use to cool the water that I would be using to make her formula. Or if mommy really needs to drink water, then I just make sure I have something that I can drink as well. So I carry this on the side all the time. On this side, I have my baby bottle. At the moment, we're using Lancino. Actually, this is what I have used. When she started bottle feeding, we were on camera, because that's the only bottle she agreed and accepted to use at the time when I was trying to get her to bottle feed. So after using camera, then we moved to Lancino, and she's been using Lancino ever since. Look at my other front pocket. In here, I have coconut oil. This is what I use as nappy cream. I used it on my 3-year-old, and I'm still using it now. I use coconut oil as my nappy cream. Works perfectly, no reactions. It's just been safe, it's natural. So this is what I use for nappy changes. I also carry this nose suction thing. When babies have colds, it's tough. It's so tough to keep them decongested. So this really helps. I'll always have this. You just essentially just put it up their nostril. You squeeze it and put it up their nostril, and then you release the suction. And if there's anything that's blocking their nostril, then it comes out. And you can open it. Once you do that, you can open it and wash it out and keep it clean and dry. This is always in my bag, always. And then I also have saline nose drops, the same thing again. Baby colds and flus, you want something that keeps them comfortable. So I always have the suction, and I have the saline drops as well. And then this one, I've always had hand sanitizer, only that now the kind that I have in this is the recommended kind, which is I think 70% plus alcohol. And so instead of carrying the whole bottle, I just usually put a little bit in here, I refill it and I use it when I'm on the go. It's just easy to have it. It's easily accessible. I can easily just pour it out, rub my hands, and then if I want to prepare something for the baby, or just right now with the current situation, you just want to keep your hands really, really clean. So I always have this hanging on the outside of the bag. Then here on this other side, it's a plush toy. Elena loves plush toys, so this keeps her entertained when we're out and about. And then so the diaper bag also has an opening on the back. It has this opening on the back. And so in here, I have my changing mat. Sometimes I put on some extra cover on the top so that as I change the baby, it just keeps the changing mat clean. So right now I don't have that inside, but I usually have something inside there to just keep it clean while I use it. And then next is clinic and vaccination cards. These never leave the diaper bag. They are always in the diaper bag all the time. I always have them in here, so these never leave. It's important to have them because sometimes you just don't know. Like I said before, sometimes babies just get ill suddenly, and when you get to hospital, sometimes the doctor will ask you, do you have your cards? So I always have them in my bag. And then these are disposable nappy bags. When Malope was a baby, I used to use Nana Care disposable nappy bags. And then when the ban on plastics came, Nana Care just disappeared from the market. And for the longest time, I was not able to have any disposable nappy bags. So recently, I think sometime last year actually, I walked into ShopRite at Waterfront, which unfortunately has now closed. Maybe one would check the other ShopRite branches. And I got these. They are called Jolly Tots. Jolly Tots disposable nappy bags. And they're awesome because you have 150 bags in here. And these bags, they are scented. And mostly I use them when I'm out of the house. Because when you have soiled diapers, you want somewhere where you can put them in and then just seal them up so that it keeps any odors sealed in. So there's 150 of them in here. And trust me, this one packet can last you a very, very, very long time. So this is a lovely thing to have. I don't always carry the whole box with me. I just take a few when I'm going out of the house. And they're just one of those awesome things to have when you're outside. And then, apart from the main zipper of the bag, there's another zipper at the front. And in here, I have reusable breast pads. I don't breastfeed as much anymore, so I didn't think it was necessary to buy packets of disposable breast pads. So I just have these ones. If I need to use them, I would use them and then wash them and pop them back into the bag. Then I also make sure I carry sanitary protection. Being a mom, you just never know. Just make sure you always have these in here. And then I also carry, so this is another use for the disposable nappy bags. I keep my masks and disposable gloves in here. So I just always make sure I have 2 face masks just in case something happens to one. And then I make sure I have at least a pair of disposable gloves, especially if I'm going to be going into the supermarket. I just make sure that I have these, so I keep them here. This bag is also good as well. If you need to dispose your used gloves, you can just put them in here, tie it up, and dispose it safely. Before I end the video, now that I've emptied the bag, I just wanted to show you what it looks like inside. Most diaper bags will be like this. They'll have most of the time you'll have the 2 pockets that have the elastic. Then usually that's where you'll keep your diapers. And then there's the main part of the bag. And inside here, I also have a zipper where you can put some of the things. Most of the time in here, I would put my wallet and things that I need, personal things that I need, not necessarily for the baby, but just personal things. And of course, the two side pockets as well. Usually we'll have elastic, and that's where you you'd put in your bottles. And then of course the back side, that's where they usually have the changing mat, and you can put other things in there. This bag is, it's called Maman. It's Maman brand, and it's awesome. I got it on Amazon, like I mentioned earlier. I have another diaper bag, by the way. I have another diaper bag. This one is one that I use when traveling. It's a backpack. If you're traveling by train or by air, you want to have both of your hands free when you're with kids. So this one works best for me when traveling. I like the other one. It's also black. I like the neutral black. It has the bottle holder here. It also just has different pockets. It comes with a changing mat. So I have had these two, and these are the only two diaper bags I've had. The carry one that I have, and then of course the backpack. And this is the Adman brand, also from Amazon. I am such an Amazon mom. And if anyone is wondering how, if I travel, I will buy stuff on Amazon when I'm out traveling, so that I time it in a way that I make my order within a period, knowing that by the time my order arrives, for instance, to my hotel, I'll still be at my destination and I can take my stuff and come back with it. If not, if a friend is traveling, I'll do the order online and then have it sent to their hotel, and then they can bring it to me. So there are different ways. If I really need something and I must have it when I'm on this side and I have bought it on Amazon, then at that point I'll use the different courier services available out there. So that's how I do it when I'm buying stuff from Amazon. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, leave your comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Share with other moms and dads, and thanks for watching. See you next time.